Okay, let's get into it. Yeah, so thank you for joining me today. I'm very excited to talk to you because HexClad, I think I told you this the other day when we were talking. HexClad is my favorite kind of customer because you challenge us to do better, which I love, to improve the product. So thank you, and let's dive in. Okay, so I would love to know from the beginning, how were you introduced to Flip?
So for HexClad, we've been around for coming on 8, 9 years now. When the pandemic hit, we realized that we needed to shift a lot of our business over to D2C, and we quickly adapted. And one of the areas in which we weren't the strongest in was phone support. And about 2 years ago, we realized that we needed a more robust phone setup. We moved over from an antiquated system like Grasshopper that was just taking voicemails from customers and sending them over as emails to an inbox to bringing on a partner such as AirCall. AirCall allowed us to level up our game a little bit, but as a leader in customer experience, I always knew that phone was our most expensive channel of communication, and I wanted to try and fix that. And so we found Flip. And what Flip allowed us to do is take our conversations that were coming into our phone system and allow a customer to self-service themselves. I'm a big firm believer in creating frictionless contact channels, and Flip allowed us to do that. When a caller called into our 800 number, now they were greeted with a personalized greeting and a system that showed them that we knew who they were. It was natural for us to be able to continue our relationship with Flip because customers were now able to self-service themselves on the phone with our AI IVR, I guess you would call it.
Have your customers responded pretty well to the system?
I wouldn't say that customers have gone out of their way to say how floored they were by the Flip experience. However, we don't see a ton of conversations moving from one channel to the other, which is an indication for us that Flip is really doing its job. It's really answering the questions for customers when they call. We also measure a customer's rate of recontacting us on phone,
Mhm.
and that has dropped significantly as well. So when we are able to match up that customer with their account and help them via the phone, we've seen an increased number of customers not having to recontact us.
Sure, that's great. That's really great. And I imagine if you're not hearing from your customers about Flip, that's probably a good thing.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, you've been challenging us the entire time you've been with us to develop the product. In what ways have we met that in innovative ways, in ways that have differentiated Flip from other tech partners that you've got?
It's a great question. I think the thing that I love most about Flip is the philosophy behind Flip, right? What was the philosophy that Flip had to start off with when founding Flip? And I believe that philosophy really is to allow customers to self-service their own issues and their own problems and in a very natural way. And this philosophy resonates with the way that HexClad delivers its experience to its customers. And so with that mindset that we both have, we're able to say, okay, here's how the product's operating today, and here's how we wish it would, based off of that principle of, allowing the customer to self-service themselves. A good example of this is when a customer calls in and were unable to do an account match, maybe because they're calling from a different phone number that they used when placing the order. Previously, the system would just tell them we're unable to locate your order, but now it's telling them, hey, I tried to look up your order based off the phone number you're calling from, but was unable to find it. Can you please provide me with an order number? So those little nuances like that, inform the customer that, hey, this isn't just a stupid, you know, chat bot or bot that behind the phone. It's giving the customer proof that there's a lot of work happening behind the scenes to try and address their concern. That's one. Another example is when we call customers back when we miss their call, we will make outbound calls from our 800 number. And if we miss a customer because maybe they're at the grocery store doing something else and are unable to accept our call at the time that we call, we'll leave a voicemail, leaving that same 800 number. We give the customer instructions to ask for a certain individual, and that way they don't have to go through the entire IVR process or the automated process again. Flip system will recognize, this what we classify as a custom intent and direct that customer to that particular individual.
That's great. That's really great. Where do you see taking Flip next? What else can we help you solve?
One of the things that I'm excited to work with Flip on is being able to address customer concerns in a more thorough way that benefits both the customer and the organization. We're going to be looking at how can we address customer concerns around pricing? How can we address customer concerns around changing the shipping address of package that they might have put in the wrong shipping address at the time of ordering? I'm excited to work on these projects with Flip because Flip truly understands that both of us are trying to deliver a great experience for the customer from start to finish.
Good, good. How has it been working with the Flip team to get these things done?
I've been amazed with how quickly the Flip team has been able to turn around custom intents, custom workflows, custom integrations. It truly feels like the Flip team is working for me, and I feel like I'm the only customer that Flip has. And I know this is not true, but it's the way that Flip makes you feel. I have a great CSM that provides me all the data that I need without asking.
What is your favorite thing that Flip does?
Flip does like so many great things
Mhm.
that it's hard to pick one. I think really, and a customer would never know this, I think what Flip does really well is listens to my needs as a D2C operator. And if something isn't working the way that is best for our organization, Flip thinks about the way that they can try and address that, not just for me, but for other people using the same tool. Prime example of this is a lot of organizations offer warranties. HexClad's unique market position is that we offer a lifetime warranty on a product that traditionally wouldn't have a lifetime warranty. And with that being said, we identified that when it comes to warranties, there's really three types of inquiries that come in versus just one type of inquiry. We identified that for warranties, there are three types of callers. There's the caller that just wants to know basic warranty information, like how long is my warranty? There's the caller that wants to know how do I register my warranty? And then there's the caller that wants to know how do I submit a warranty claim? Flip took this information and really dived deep into each one of our warranty calls and created custom intents to be able to separate all three of those and address customers and deflect customers for each one of those types of intents. When a customer is calling about basic warranty questions, we'll push them to a page that has all the warranty information that they will need. For a customer that's looking to register their warranty, Flip will let a customer know where they can find that information, then even offer to send that direct link to a customer via SMS. And then for the customer that wants to file a warranty claim, we'll send that customer a link directly to their mobile experience or their mobile phone to start that warranty claim with the click of one button. It's that easy. Like we try and make it as easy as possible for our customers. I think that's what I really love about Flip is being able to listen to our needs and deliver on our needs.
Good. What would you tell someone that's in your shoes at a different D2C brand that is afraid of something like Flip, is afraid of automation, is afraid of AI, the big scary AI? How would you address their concerns?
I would lean into AI because for us, we've always viewed the AI on the back end of Flip as something that's going to help our customer and help our agent. The AI in Flip is not guessing and creating its own answers. We've identified key intents and we tell Flip what to do with those intents. And so it's never Flip, hey, come up with an answer for this. If Flip doesn't know the answer to something, it will, in our case, create a conversation within our help desk platform and push it over to an agent to respond to a customer. I would venture to say that you're worse off if you don't think about how you can automate your phones. Phones is one of the most costly communication channels because of the staffing behind phones. And what Flip allows you to do is it really allows you to scale at your own speed. I was talking to someone recently about how great Flip is because if I was a new organization or a new DTC brand or even retail brand, if I was a new brand thinking about launching phones, I can launch phones on my own terms, right? With Flip, because I can tell Flip what I want to pass over to an agent or what I want to be created as a conversation or a ticket in my help desk. So it really allows me to scale at my own speed. And so I don't need to staff up a whole bunch of agents all at once. I can slowly add on agents, look at volume over days, weeks, months to see what my true staffing need would be if I actually need to get agents involved. And I think what most people will find out is that for about 40% of the conversations, maybe even 50% of the conversations, you really don't need that agent involvement. And
Mhm.
so traditionally, you'd be staffing for something that really didn't need an agent involvement in the first place.
Nice. I have to ask as a follow-up to that, what has your price per call been while you've had Flip? Has it been, because of course we all know phone is an expensive channel, but I imagine the difference between that cost with Flip and without Flip is probably pretty significant.
Yeah. But while I don't have price per call data available, I do know that I would say within the first 6 months of using Flip, HexClad has saved well over 95 to $100,000 using Flip because no longer am I having to push these simple tickets over to an agent. I'm having Flip resolve those tickets at a fraction of the cost.
That's great. Now, I'm a marketer, right? Is there any chance, I think about things that we could do with Flip all the time that are a little more frivolous. But what do you think about getting Gordon Ramsay to voice Flip for HexClad?
I don't think it's out of this world.
Nice.
Yeah, we might be able to do something.
Nice. Yeah, we'll get a couple recordings of him and then, work the AI magic and
You bring up a good point. Like what you just said there, like speaks to the flexibility of Flip,
yeah.
right? It truly does. Like if I wanted to record a custom voice, I didn't even know that was an option. But Flip is so customizable that you guys are eager to build things, like I said, that your customers will actually use. And I love that about Flip. I truly love that. I feel like that I own a vendor, right? That I have this relationship with this vendor that feels like someone on my own team. Like it's amazing. I love these types of relationships.
Yeah, yeah, I do too. I mean, coming from my perspective as a marketer, working at a company where our product development is 100% customer centric. We don't build anything unless it will be used. We're not, and we're talking to our customers to build out the product. We're not building things that we think they might like. It's pretty flippin' cool.
Yeah, one of the things that I love about Flip, and I think you mentioned it a while back, was that Flip will design things for one customer to use or for 100 customers to use, right? And it's all about product being used, right? If Flip sees something not being used by a single person, then they'll scrap that idea, right? But at the end of the day, if they see a product being used by one customer, they're not going to scrap it because they see that one customer sees a value in using that particular product. When I was working at Lexus, one of the terms that I coined that plays true in just about 90% of the relationships that we have with vendors is something may be operating as designed, just not as desired. And that's a complete opposite with Flip. Flip is designing products that customers are asking for and that are using. And I think what people will find is that that's what's going to make a organization more successful long term.
Yeah, here's hoping. Here's hoping. The future for Flip and for products like Flip is it's going to be great if we listen to our customers and we build the things that help them in their day to day. And yeah, you brought up a great point about how if we have something in our product that no customer is using, we scrap it, or we talk to the customer, figure out what's not working about it, and rebuild it to better work for them. So yeah, we're all about serving you, which is great. It's great thing to work for and
Yep.
with. Okay, soundbite time. What's the best thing you can say about Flip?
There's so many great things that I can say about Flip. Like it's hard to focus it on one particular thing. And I feel like I already mentioned like some of the things that I absolutely love about Flip. And I would say that Flip allows me to not have to worry about my phone, right?
Yeah.
And I've set it on. I know what intents are being deflected. I know that if a call isn't being deflected, it's getting matched up with an account, and my agents then handle it via email or a customer callback. Flip allows me to scale at my own terms. It allows me to focus on what's going to really drive change in the organization for both the customer and the business.
Brought up help desk a couple of times. How I honestly I'm not sure I know what help desk you're on, but I'd love to know how Flip has played in the sandbox with your other tech.
So we use customer
Okay.
as a help desk. We love the integration that Flip has with customer because we're able to identify intents. We're able to auto tag those intents in an organized fashion. And at the end of the day, whatever needs to come over to our help desk will be organized, will assist our agents. Our agents are no longer having to listen to an entire call. They're presented with a summary of the call and of the voicemail presented by Flip, and allows customers or agents to respond to customers just that much faster.
That's really great. We're gonna have to plan an event with you, us, and customer and
Sure.
Gordon Ramsay. Yeah. Selfishly, I really just want Gordon Ramsay to yell at me.
He's a nice guy.
I'm sure he is, but I'm a big cook. I love to cook. I used to have a little bakery that I ran out of my house, but I am guilty of being a bit of a dictator in the kitchen. And I've watched a few too many episodes of Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, I think if he and I were on a cooking show together, we would both be the villains and it would be spectacular. Yeah,
Love it.
yeah, I think it would be fun. One day when Flip has like Super Bowl commercial money.
That'd be flipping awesome.
Yeah, and we can talk about HexClad's lifetime warranty in it.
There you go.
Yeah. I'll be so mean. I'll have Gordon Ramsay answering support calls. It's gonna be fun. Okay, this has been good. We've gotten a lot of really great quotes. Yeah, like I said, I will clip video and we'll do some shorter clips for social, and it's been a great conversation. So I may just put the whole thing in the case study post on our website, especially the part about Gordon Ramsay answering support calls.
I mean, if that's an option,
Yeah,
and you guys can get me a script that we just need to get some VOs, it might not be too far-fetched.
cool. I'm gonna talk to Brian about that in our one-on-one today. That's gonna be exciting.
Oh, we would need to ensure that that's only applicable to HexClad. No one else can
Yes.
use it.
No, no one else is going to use Gordon Ramsay.